Hey, welcome to Backyard Grilling here on Nex-Tech Local 1, and today we're going to be doing something a little different, but we're still going to be grilling. Today we're going to actually be making, kind of stepping outside the box a little bit, but we're going to be making deviled eggs, and not just your run-of-the-mill deviled eggs. We're going to be doing a cheddar, bacon, of course, horseradish, and smoked deviled egg. And so smoked, we're going to be using the grill to smoke it. So there's a few different ways that you can kind of get things started by hard boiling your egg, for lack of a better word. You could hard boil them. You could put them in water, boil them for about 30 minutes, and then put them in ice cold water, chip them off from there, and then put them back on the smoker to smoke them. Or one of my favorite things to do is to actually use my pressure cooker or Instapot and just put them in there. They cook in 5 minutes and they're perfect. Or the hardest way, probably the longest way to do it would be to actually throw them on the grill. And because this is backyard grilling, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put them on the grill, and we're going to cook them for about, I'd say about 30 minutes at about 350 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to just sit those right on the grate. And I'm going to kind of pick the hottest spot, and my grill ain't level, so they're going to take off and roll on me. And we've got a little bit of wind today, so I need to be careful and kind of hold the lid open, or we may have an accident. So we're just going to put 6 eggs on the grill, and we're going to let them go for about 30 minutes. I think the temp is right about 350 degrees, 325 degrees. And like I said, we're going to let them go for about 25 to 30 minutes, and then we'll take them off and put them in an ice bath, and then we'll peel them. So while those are going, like I said, this has bacon in it, so we're going to actually use some bacon as well. And you know, the recipes that I've seen for this and stuff, they just use bacon bits, but that's, I don't know, that's kind of cheating, and bacon bits aren't near as good as regular bacon. So I'm going to go ahead and use some regular bacon. So we're going to go for about, let's go for about 4 pieces of bacon. And I'm just going to put that on the grill as well. There we go. Get me a towel here. And you know, I think we're going to have a little bit of extra time, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a couple more pieces of bacon on, because we're going to make something else when we're done. We're going to make a little drinky drink to help us with our deviled eggs. So we're going to put a couple more pieces of bacon on, and that's going to go in our drink. Yep, you know how much I like bacon. So there we go. So we got about 5 pieces of bacon on there. We're going to let that cook, and we're going to let our eggs go for, like I said, about 25 to 30 minutes. And we're going to take a break while that goes on, and we'll be right back right after this.
Your home's exterior is the best defense against harsh weather conditions. With insulated vinyl siding, energy-efficient windows, spray foam insulation, and metal roofing from AquaShield Roofing and Construction, you can protect your home from howling winds and ice-cold temperatures. Don't let Mother Nature interfere with the comfort of your home. Call or visit us online today for a free estimate. AquaShield Roofing and Construction. Our team is dedicated to your complete satisfaction.
Some mobile phone providers think they can just take. They'll all take an arm and a leg for a new phone. Got it. And look out if you go over your data limit.
I didn't see that coming.
Unlimited data plans as low as $20 per line. Come into any of our stores for a free, upfront, and honest consultation about your data and wireless needs. Nex-Tech Wireless, the carrier you trust.
Make a difficult choice an easy one with Cedar View Assisted Living's knowledgeable and caring staff. Your loved one will be professionally taken care of as they transition into their new community. With movies, holiday parties, planned exercises, and games, residents will have opportunities every day to enjoy their time at Cedar View. Multiple room styles are available, ensuring a just right fit for your loved one. Come see Cedar View Assisted Living for yourself next to Sternberg Museum. The care you need, the home you want.
Hey, welcome back to Backyard Grilling here on Nex-Tech Local 1, and today we're making a smoked cheddar cheese, bacon, and horseradish deviled egg. So, we've got our bacon, we put it on the grill, we've got it done. We'll let it sit here and cool, and then we'll chop it up. And then our eggs have been going for about 30 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and take those off. And what I'm gonna do is put them in an ice water bath, and we're going to let those sit in there for about 5-10 minutes, and that way we can peel those, and they should peel a lot easier. So we'll go ahead and get those off of the grill. Okay, so there's our 6 cooked eggs there. So we'll go ahead and let those cool, and then we will go ahead and take the shell off, and then we'll put them back on the grill, and we'll set the grill to smoke, and we'll let them smoke for about an hour. So while we're waiting for that, since we got a little bit of time to kill, I thought, what a perfect drink to go with our smoked deviled eggs than a Bloody Mary. And that way it's a breakfast, so you can eat your deviled egg and you got your drink. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make a Bloody Mary. And I've got this Bloody Mary mix. First of all, I started to use one, and then one of the guys that we work with, Darren, insisted that I try his, and it was pretty good. I'd rate it about an 8, and then I wanna change some stuff, and I think it'll be really good. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give it a shot. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put some ice in our mixing cup. Okay, so basically we have our ice in here, and by putting our ice in here, when we're done, then we won't pour it over ice when it's all done. So the first thing that we're gonna do, we have our ice. I'm gonna put about 3 shakes of hot sauce into our Bloody Mary mix. So there's 1, 2, 3, and I like it a little high up, so we're gonna put just a little bit more in there. So we've got that in there. Then I'm gonna put about a teaspoon, or about a teaspoon. I don't want to measure it, but we're gonna use about a teaspoon, and we're gonna use this hot pickle juice. And it's basically, it's called California mix, but it's spicy hot, and we're gonna put that in there. Then I'm gonna put just a little bit of lime in there. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put about 1/3 of a teaspoon of horseradish, and we're gonna use it's real horseradish, not the mayo or anything like that. So we're gonna put about 1/3 of a teaspoon. It looks like about 1/3 or a half-ish. I like horseradish, so we're gonna put that in there. Then I'm gonna put a couple shakes of Old Bay seasoning in there. There we go. And you can add more when this is all done. And then I want to put a little pepper in there, and it kept blowing away. So we'll go ahead and put that in there as well. So there's our pepper. Okay. So then we're going to use about 1/3 of this V8, and they come in these great cans. So we're going to use about half of that can, and then I'm going to use a full can of Zing Zang Bloody Mary mix. And maybe if we, actually we're not going to use a full can because we got to leave room for the liquor in there. So, so we've got that in there. What am I missing? A little garlic powder. And I got it over there. We'll add that to it here in a little bit. So what we're going to do is, okay, he insisted that the true Bloody Mary is made with gin instead of vodka. And most of the Bloody Marys that I have, I use vodka. But he insists that we try the gin and gin only. You can also go half and half if you want, but we're just going to go for the straight gin. So actually I found my garlic powder, so we'll go ahead and put that in there. So put a couple shakes of garlic in there, and then I'm going to fill the rest of it up with just gin. About like so. And this is one of those things that when we're done with it, if it's a little strong, you can add some more zing zang and go from there. So we're going to put the lid on there, and we're going to shake this. If our lid will stay. And there we have it. We have our Bloody Mary. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll save this till the end and we have our eggs done. So that's our Bloody Mary mix. We'll put that aside. You know what I forgot to put in there? Probably watching this at home telling me how much I messed up. I need a dash of Worcestershire sauce in there. And I can't even say the word. Okay. There's our dash. Put our lid back on. Tell you what, we'll shake this up again before we drink it. And then we'll pour it into our glass. So we'll let that sit there. We'll actually put it in the cooler while we're waiting. So, since we did that, our eggs should be done. So what we have here is I've got our eggs. What I'm going to do is just kind of make sure they're cracked all the way through. Since they're like that, then I'm going to go ahead and peel them. And see how good these peel? Have you ever had hard-boiled eggs and you sit there and you peel them and they just break apart on you? So, there is our cooked egg. So we're going to go ahead and put these back on the grill. And I'm going to turn the grill down to about 150 degrees and we're just going to let them smoke. We're going to go ahead, tell you what, we're going to go ahead and peel the rest of these. We're going to put them back on the grill. We're going to let these go for about an hour. And then when they're done, we'll come back, we'll mix everything together. We'll give them a try and we'll have a drink with our Bloody Mary mix to go with it. So don't go away, we'll get these going and we'll see you when they're done smoking.
What a girl wants in her home kitchen. Ease of use, flexibility, fun, the latest kitchen design, Frigidaire Professional Real Stainless Steel for fewer finger smudges, a French door refrigerator, convection cooking, a quiet dishwasher. Have the staff at Genuine Appliance in Hayes demonstrate new Frigidaire Professional appliances to find what you want. Genuine Appliance at 1224 East 27th in Hayes. Everything a girl wants.
Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Oh, let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
Let us shop for you. Contact Rogers & Associate to learn more.
Hey, welcome back to Backyard Grilling here on Nex-Tech Local 1, and we're outside and we're making smoked deviled eggs. Let me back that up. Cheddar cheese, smoked bacon, horseradish, deviled eggs. So I always pick the most confusing things to make, just to say. So Anyway, we're making our deviled eggs. So far what we've done is we cooked them on the grill for about 30 minutes. Then we took them out, we put them in an ice water bath. We let them sit in there for about 5 to 10 minutes. We did it while we made our Bloody Mary. And then we peeled them and we stuck them back on the grill, and they've been going for about an hour now. And we just set the grill to about 150 degrees just to let it smoke and for that smoke to kind of permeate those eggs now. So I think they're done. We're gonna go ahead and take them off. And I'll try not to drop them since I only made 6 of them. Okay, now if you wanted a little bit more smoky of a flavor, you could let them go a little bit longer, but as you can see here, they've got kind of a smoke going to them. You can see where they've kind of bust open, but like I said, you could let them go a little longer if you wanted a little bit more of a smoky flavor. This is kind of a process I go through too when we make pickled eggs. So we actually cook our eggs like this, and then we smoke them for so long, and then we pickle them. So first of all, that's another show entirely. I'm gonna grab my other knife, my serrated knife. We're gonna cut these, and then what I wanna do is I wanna save just the yolk. And we kinda wanna try to save our whites because we're gonna put this mixture back into them. That's kind of a problem a little bit. After you've gone through, you put your egg through this much work, you know, smoking them, cooking them, and everything, they kind of wanna fall apart a little bit on you. But we'll go ahead and make these as good as possible. And we're just going to set these aside. This is the one that Aubrey did because she really broke it. But anyway, well, that's beside the point. So I suppose if you had a spoon, that might work pretty good too, because you kind of scoop them out. All right, one more here. Okay, there we go. We got pretty much all the yolk out there. So now we're actually going to start to make our deviled egg, our mixture that goes on the inside of it. So the recipe that I have actually calls for 12 eggs, but I'm just going to use 6 just because it was a little easier. But the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to use a little bit of sour cream. And what I'm going to do is it calls for about 1/4 cup. If I can get a spoon, there we go. I'm going to use about a heaping teaspoon or tablespoon. Okay, so we've got that. Well, that's just plain old sour cream. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use about 1/2 tablespoon of our just regular mayo. Now, if you wanted to, you could use real mayonnaise, and it'll kind of give it more of a sweet taste. These are kind of a saltiness by the time you get your cheddar cheese in there and your bacon and everything. So then we're going to use about a tablespoon of just ranch dressing. About like so. Then I'm going to use get me another spoon here. I'm going to take just a little bit of horseradish sauce just to give it, I'm going to use about a teaspoon. I'm going to give it a little squirt of some regular spicy brown mustard. Okay, so we've got that. Then I want to put some garlic powder in there, and I seem to have put my garlic powder away. So I'll let somebody grab that for me while they're getting that for me. I want to put a little salt and pepper, or a little pepper in there, not salt. Yeah, the assistants are great. I'm going to put a little garlic powder in there. Okay. This is my bacon that we cooked up, and I kind of put it in the towel and drained off all the fat. So I'm going to put that in there. I'll save just a little bit. And then, can't forget our cheddar cheese. And you could use just a regular sharp cheddar cheese, or you could use, this is just kind of a mixture of cheddar cheese. So we'll go ahead and put that in. And then we're going to mix this together. We want to make sure we break all those yolks apart. Okay, so we've got that all mixed together. What I'm going to do is give it just a little taste. And at that point you can decide if you want a little more ranch, a little more sour cream, a little more mayo. I think it's pretty good right there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill now our eggs. And I just kind of, you know, you could probably put it in one of those pastry bags and squirt it in there, but you know, this is backyard grilling, so we don't want to get too fancy. We just want to kind of put a nice even mixture in each one. And then usually what happens is when we're done, I didn't put enough in them, so then we have to go back and redo some more. So I'll do one more here. Just like so. And then I saved a little bit of our bacon bits, and we're just going to kind of sprinkle that on each one. There we go. Cheddar cheese, smoked bacon, and horseradish deviled eggs. Don't they look pretty awesome? I think they do. So, hey, we can't forget about our Bloody Mary we made. I'm going to go ahead and get some ice. We have our Bloody Mary that we made, shaken, not stirred. And we'll go ahead and get it ready here. So there we have, here, let me get this stuff out of the way so we can see this really good. We have our Bloody Mary, but, whoops, we can't stop there. We got to make it look really good. And we'll garnish it with a piece of bacon. Awesome. It's a breakfast. We have eggs, bacon, cheese, and our Bloody Mary. So it's a perfect combination. We'll give our Bloody Mary a taste. That's pretty good. I might have used just a wee bit too much gin, but I'd probably make it the same way one more time. And then we have our deviled eggs. Like I said, these aren't your typical kind of sweet deviled eggs. They got a little savoriness to them with your bacon and cheddar cheese. Your horseradish, you can almost taste the horseradish in there too. Really good. Try it. Hey, hope you enjoyed this episode of Backyard Grilling. If you want to check out the recipes or anything else, check us out on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, all those good things. Also, you can check out past episodes on YouTube too. So join us again next time, and we'll make something else wild on Backyard Grilling.